that much power.
So is that going to be accomplished with cutting off immigration? I mean, is that sort of the biggest thing for you?
No, but it's one of the key things for wages. The Biden regime allowed, I don't know, 12 to 15 million people in here, and they were upfront about it. The Federal Reserve said we got it for them to take down inflation was to lower wages, particularly of unskilled workers. I mean, it's very evident what happened.
And anybody who kind of remember what Jerome Powell was saying a few years ago. Now let's just talk about Jerome Powell for a quick second. Jerome Powell was originally appointed to the Federal Reserve by Donald Trump. So when a leftist comes and says anything, you have to understand that Joe Biden also kept Jerome Powell. And one of the things that Jerome Powell said a few years ago was because of the great resignation, the silent quitting, because people were bouncing from job to job, trying to demand higher wages. And you do see that in late 2021, 2022, that people were getting paid more. And so he actually said that that was one of the reasons for inflation. And that is not necessarily a direct correlation to inflation. Not saying that it doesn't happen, but that's not necessarily the ultimate causation for inflation. So what they do is, because the Federal Reserve has a dual mandate, one of the mandates is to control employment. And so by jacking up interest rates, a lot of jobs quit hiring. A lot of businesses can't pay back their loans, so they start laying people off, and of course that suppresses wages. So when you actually look, and if anybody who's on the left and did support Bernie Sanders or still supports the ideology of Bernie Sanders, you will see that he had a interview in 2015, and one of the things that he was saying is open border policies is a Koch brothers think tank type of policy where they do want people to flood into the country and be able to suppress wages to get cheap labor. So we could definitely go into an immigration debate or we can go into an immigration topic, but the problem really is that you're creating this underclass, you're creating this indentured servitude class, not just with the H-1B visas, but also the with the failed uh, border policies, because now there is no pathway to citizenship. If you cross the border illegally, you're not, a lot of times you're actually banned. If you don't leave on your own and you're actually deported, you're banned for 10 years. As you can see, DACA and DAPA have still not